Hi beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel, Beautiful Awakening with Shantia. Welcome to another pick a card reading with me. So for today's pick a card reading, we're doing something different. So we're going to be looking into the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies for each of the groups. And I just decided to choose this topic to do something different and also to learn something new, or just learn something for myself. So we're going to dive in and I'll see how this goes. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to break it down because we're whole beings, and so we all hold divine masculine and feminine in us. So I'm kind of assuming in this reading I'm going to pick up the merging of the two energies and how they intermix together. And we're just looking into areas where we're needing healing and also acknowledgements of what we are working on as a collective. I know many of you have been putting in so much work into yourself, and perhaps we may also get some relationship dynamic advice through these readings as well, which, you know, that's what's playing out in the physical when we are in relationships, when we're engaging with people, is a dance of the divine masculine and feminine together. So we'll get some of those bits and pieces of advice from our guides and from spirit. Okay, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get started with choosing your group. All right, so here are the groups. So we have group number 1 with the Serpentine. Oh, that's hot. We have group number 2 with the Apatite here. And then we have group number 3 with the Pyrite. All right, let's go ahead and do our meditation. I'm lighting some Palo Santo for you guys, as usual. We'll cleanse all the energies and just release and let go, and we'll open ourselves up to receive any guidance and also healings and love from our guides and the light beings that we are surrounded by. Let me just light that one more time. All right, here is the singing bowl. All right, group number 1, if you chose this lovely Serpentine, we're going to go ahead and start with you. Hey, group number 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose this lovely Serpentine, this is going to be the reading for you. So let's just go ahead and pull some energies and see whatever spirit has to say about the divine masculine or feminine energies. Okay, so I was getting a T, which is about strength or structure or being really grounded, and I was also getting a dancing emotion. It felt very feminine. So I guess this is maybe a combination of both. So the T is connecting us to structure. The feminine figure, it was almost like a T with a feminine form attached to the longer part of the T. And it was like swaying or dancing. So the structure or your divine masculine energy within you is here to hold you up and to hold like that posture. So just imagine when you see someone dancing, they have to hold a certain posture in order for the dance to work out, because if they move their body without the proper posture, then the move might not end up working. But what was loose was the hips. Right, so the hips are very much feminine energy that's coming through. So to me, this is like the bottom portion of the body. This allows for movement and for flow. So without the movement and flow of the feminine energy, there wouldn't be this beautiful, graceful dance that's unfolding before us. It would feel quite stiff. So I think that's kind of how they're wanting you to balance out your energies. You use structure, so the structure is sort of the routine throughout your day to help you align with your goals. I was just talking to someone about this today, where we were discussing the importance of writing things down, because it's the first part of manifestation is writing things down. It helps us to get organized. She was mentioning that it helps to eliminate the monkey mind, so we're not so overwhelmed or thinking about too many things. Feminine energy can be very creative, but sometimes it has too many ideas. But if we write our ideas down and we can kind of pinpoint what's important, what's a priority for us, then we have a strong sense of direction for where we want to go next. And then the feminine energy allows for the flow. So let's say you have a certain goal in your day or things that you want to accomplish. You can choose your goal, stick with that goal, but allow for movement. Just like music, right? You can allow for movement of the way that the song wants to go, allow for flow. So it's like, yes, we have the structure, we have a goal, we have a pathway, a direction we're moving in, but at the same time, we're making space for mistakes, or we're making space, more importantly, for magic to happen or the unpredictable to happen. So I think for you guys, it might be a little bit more important for you to add a little bit more structure in your day. So have some tasks that you're set out to do. If, for example, meditation is what helps to align you, what helps to ground you, make sure you're getting your meditation in, make sure you're getting your grounding in, because this is important. You know what helps you to ground, you have an idea what helps you to stay calm, what helps you to be grounded, what helps you to stay organized in your day. You've been on this planet and in your body for, I know, at least 10 years, okay? Most of y'all are pretty much all adults, so you've been in this body long enough to know what helps to give you a strong sense of structure, a strong sense of organization, and what works for you. So keep that structure, but allow for the unpredictability of flow. So I'm hearing that Spirit is saying it's okay for you to have goals. It's okay for you to want things to happen in your day. That's perfectly fine. You know, you don't have to be completely open to anything. That actually sometimes makes you vulnerable to too many energies, because you don't want to be a yes man who just says yes to everything and anything just because you think saying yes is good. Instead, you're opening yourself up to saying yes to accomplishing your goals. Like, I want fun in this day. I would like to do this and accomplish this. But I'm also open to a little bit of I wouldn't say a little. I would just say general unpredictability, but life isn't actually that unpredictable because we do live in a simulation. Okay, so let me see what I can pick up with this Serpentine here for you guys. Okay, so I'm getting a triangle, but the triangle was rounding on the ends. So it was kind of looking like a flower petal, like this, sort of like the T. I'm getting this like structure in combination with a rounded form or figure, which is interesting. So I feel like that's the Venusian form or the Venusian figure, or very much Venus energy that's coming through. Yeah, so I think it's very important for you. They're emphasizing the importance of you maintaining structure in your day or routine throughout your day, or having an idea for what you're wanting to accomplish or how your day is going to go, instead of waking up and being like, I wonder what's going to happen. Actually have some goals set for yourself, at least personal goals for like maybe how you want to feel. All right, so maybe if you know you want to feel rejuvenated, perhaps drinking water or eating a certain fruit of some sort is what helps you to feel very aligned. So make sure you're giving that to yourself. So I'm getting a lot of self-care messages for sure. So it's this structure. With that structure and routine, you're able to relax more, because now that you know, or you have a good idea, or you're taking accountability for taking care of yourself, you can relax into your healthy energy. Sort of what I'm getting. So let me see if I can pick up anything here. Well, I'm seeing sort of a creature or animal riding on something under the ocean, and they're looking up. Yeah. So it's giving me this energy of, I feel like that's you, and you're on the back of something, a creature under the water. And the creature underwater to me is taking me to spirit. here, and it's taking you there. They want to reassure you that you're moving in a beautiful direction in life, and they're taking you to your destination, or they're taking you to the next place that you need to go in life, and you can feel reassured and confident about that. Yeah, there's a lot of reassurance here I'm getting. Because I'm getting you're very much looked after and taken care of by spirit and the light beings around you. Because I'm seeing like a child, an innocent child, and I'm also seeing like this structure here, which feels like a force of nature. It feels like, could feel like Mother Nature, but it feels like the universe here, caring for you or looking after you. And there might be something about establishing, so I'm getting feminine energy, a relationship, that connection with spirit, that's important. I'm seeing, so like whenever a child is looking at their mother and they're looking up to her, I'm getting this energy of, yeah, they want you to be more of a child of divine and relax and know you're being taken care of. So it's okay with the divine feminine energy I'm getting here. It's okay for you to relax. It's okay for you to trust more that you're being taken care of by this beautiful energy. It's mothering you, it's nurturing you, it's taking care of you. It's looking after you. Yeah, just relax. There's not really, they really want you to see yourself as more of a child of divine. Yeah, and I'm sure there's more things I could pick up here. Yeah, I usually get a lot of strong, powerful spiritual visuals with this Serpentine. Feels very etheric. I always get very etheric energy here. But yeah, you are being taken care of in this beautiful synchronistic dance. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for divine feminine energy, and then I'll pull some cards for divine masculine energy. So let's just pull some, trying this out for the first time, what cards want to come out for the divine feminine here. So we got Three of Swords, and then we'll add a clarifier. Oh, wow. We got intense energies. So we have the, I mean, it was reversed, but I don't really read reversals. So we have Three of Swords, the Tower card, and the Two of Pentacles. And then let's pull some cards for the, well, I was going to pull Divine Masculine. Some cards for Divine Masculine energies here. Okay, we have here the Fool. And we'll pull one more for the Divine Masculine. Is that looking Divine Masculine to you guys? Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna have to run with my intuition here. I mean, I figured this reading was gonna be interesting because I haven't done something like this before. So in general, you're going through a change. This is a difficult change or transformation or shift that you're experiencing in your life, and it's most definitely impacting your physical experience here, where it might be throwing you off balance, or you might be feeling off balance or feeling off. But what's important is for you to relax and to be confident in yourself regardless. Yeah. So they just want you to be confident regardless of the challenge here. Let's go ahead and, yeah, I mean, the Three of Swords, it's usually, sometimes it's like mental health. So they're pointing to the importance of maintaining balance in your mental health, because you might be feeling off kilter somewhat in regards to the change that are taking place. Okay. Yeah, and I was saying there's like a feminine energy taking care of you, you know, to me with the Queen of Wands next to the Hangman. I feel like they're reassuring you that you can be confident in your feminine energy, confident to like relax, just confident to go with the flow. You know, all feminine energies are about going with the flow. They're all about their creative energy. So like allow life to creatively direct you. So we have Wisdom with the number 7 here on a Wednesday with a waxing moon. Let wisdom come and be renewed. Right, so you're receiving lots of wisdom downloads through your experience, and I've stated many times on this channel before, difficulty is what helps to produce the fruits of wisdom inside of us. So you're going through an experience where you're receiving lots of downloads, you're learning from this experience, it's making you wiser. And wisdom is like gold in the spiritual realms. So it's absolutely worth it. Okay, let's see if we can pull any other cards, energies. Let's see what wants to come through here for you guys. So definitely a strong emphasis on the feminine energy is like ruling here. And this is what they want you to lean on more. So we have fear, vulture, depression, anxiety, worry, that someone is against you. Yeah, that's like the mental health energy I was picking up as well. So just know that, you know, we're going through a lot of shifts and changes. Depression and anxiety is going to be a very common emotion that you're experiencing through, perhaps some of you are going through an awakening, some of you are going through some sort of, it's obviously a spiritual experience here that's teaching you something. And these are certain emotions that are going to come up. The vulture represents death. Right? So maybe there's a fear of, with this, you know, falling out of the tower, there's a fear of death, the fear of something not ending well. And this is where you're at right now. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some other, oh, almost one to come out. We have your angel. Yep, so your light beings are definitely watching out for you and supporting you through this. We have here mediator. Yeah, so they're emphasizing the importance of meditating and tuning in. You got to do it. Even me, sometimes I'm not always on top of meditation, but relaxation is the name of the game for me. I do a lot of relaxation. So meditation is going to be important for you. You're going to have some very challenging thoughts that are coming up in response and in reactivity to your external situation. And this is very natural. This is very normal because we have a lot of belief systems, and when something radical comes against our belief systems, we're shaken, we're shook internally, and we resist it, and that's very normal. That's why we meditate, because the mediation here is for us to alleviate the pressure, for us to come to terms with what's going on, make peace with it, and surrender to it. We have to meditate, we have to listen to those thoughts, we have to find that balance within us, because naturally our belief system is going to resist and fight the external. So now is a really important time to take care of your mental health and self-care. We have here Thief, 24. Yeah, you might feel like you're in a situation where you feel like things are very unfair right now, and you feel like things are being taken away from you. It doesn't feel fair. This isn't fair. This is being taken away. But with this Thief energy, right now you're learning the importance of self-worth. So when your external validation is not met, when that external validation is not met and your external situation is not fixing how you feel inside, it's not panning out the way that you would prefer it to pan out, the only place you have to go towards is inward. So you're going through an experience where you're learning about your self-worth. You're learning about your infinite worth. Perhaps a lot of us, what we do is we attach our worthiness, like second house worthiness, self-worth, to how much money we can make, how successful we are in a business, how well we do financially. And this is just normal. That's part of our human nature, our DNA, our wounds, and our ancestral wounds that are embedded in our DNA that we're healing from. So you're going through a beautiful upgrade and healing experience around your sense of worthiness and learning how to build that within yourself in spite of, can I still build a strong sense of worthiness within me? All right, we have your North Node. This is part of your destiny. This is part of your faith here with the North Node. So what they're emphasizing the importance of is you're fated to experience the the good luck. You're fated to experience the positive side of the contrast that you're currently experiencing. But this is how we create it. So this is part of destiny. This is what you're meant to experience, which means that you're taken care of. So destiny means, you know, once you choose to step into your destiny, I do think it's partially a free will choice. It's almost as if this is kind of a challenging thought or belief system. Your free will disappears because things start to take over that you can't control. They're very much out of your control because now you're being pushed or sucked up into a synchronistic dance. And the synchronistic dance challenges you to release belief systems, and the releasing of the belief system creates an internal experience of pain inside of us. But the challenging experience that we're facing externally also triggers the pain that's been stored inside of us that needs to release. So this is a huge release that's needing to happen. So just know that these depressing emotions you're feeling, the anxiety you're feeling, is perfectly natural. That's your release. It needs to be let out, you know, so don't try to suppress it. Don't try to suppress feeling unhappy or suppress feeling angry. Let it come up, and it will, because it's erupting out of you. Okay, let me pull a few more cards for you guys, group number 1. All right, we have here universe. Yes, you can entrust that the universe is taking care of you. We have another 7. Scorpio, universe, source, infinite, unending, enduring, eternal, creation, awakening, interconnected, heaven, higher perspective, the bigger picture, all that is, creative force, law of one. So you're being promoted into the 7th level of consciousness, which is about unity consciousness. So you're going through a promotion. It might feel like you're not going through a promotion, but you are. You're being promoted here with this Queen of Wands to a spiritual being who knows thyself and who is connected to the infinite, limitless abundance, prosperity, and beauty that the universe has to offer. Right now is not a good time to rely too heavily on your external situation for you to feel good. Now's the time to go inward. You have no other choice. They're putting you in a tight space. All right. Let's go ahead and close out your reading, group number 1. We have 2, 7, so that's about divinity most certainly assisting you. This is 4 and 2 add up to 6, which is about creating harmony. 4 is about getting grounded. 2 is about creating balance within yourself. All right, we got Mars and Leo in the 10th house. Nice. So this is about you working on your confidence. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some clarifiers for this Mars and Leo in the 10th house. Yeah, I think actually the tarot card is connected to Mars, even though I always think of Pluto with that. Look at that. What did I say? The Hermit. I know you wouldn't think of Mars and Leo in the 10th house would be clarified by a Hermit, but there you go. They're confirming it. Go inward. The Mars and Leo is about you working on your self-confidence. This is about you taking a proactive role in building your confidence, and your confidence is not coming from external validation. So this isn't, well, let me try to control the situation to feel better. That's not what they're asking you to do. They're asking you to dynamically tune into feeling and trusting and building that confidence within yourself. Here, finding the light, finding the star within yourself. This is only going to come through sitting with yourself. That's the only way to do it. There's no activity for you to do. There's no retreat for you to go on that's going to help you to feel confident in yourself. It's your ability to sit with yourself, be at peace with your inner being, and your inner being is shining a bright light. A bright light is coming on, and it's saying, look at me, like, look at us. Look how brilliant we are. Look how, in spite of the situation, this is when your inner being gets to shine bright. Group number 1 is when your external situation isn't satisfying you and it's not meeting the qualifications of what you think would be a good thing or ideal or what you would prefer. This is when your inner being really starts to shine. So this is where they're pulling you right now. Anything else you want to tell us about that Mars, Leo in the 10th? Let's see. We got here judgment, awakening. Okay. Yeah, some powerful shifts are taking place in your life, group number 1. You guys, if you have any inkling, like if you've been on this for some time, you've been going through this for some time, best believe you guys are powerful and you guys can handle it. So trust that inner self guidance that you've been following, and just know that it's taking you exactly where you need to go. You're en route to it. You're, I think, tuning into your angels, tuning into spirit or light beings around you that are helping you. So I would say what I'm feeling in my heart is pray, okay, or journal, or talk out loud and have a conversation with God. A loving conversation with God, a loving conversation with spirit. Open your heart up to have that conversation. And even if you feel frustrated, talk about it. Let it out. Ask questions. Practice self-inquiry and observe what's going on. You know, it's okay for you to be frustrated and upset. Embrace it. And don't feel like you need to hide away or hold back or feel ashamed of this. Spirit, this is when we grow closer in our relationship to God, and we're like, you know what? All I have is you, God, because nothing else, no external validation is meeting the qualifications for what I'm needing right now. And this is when our light starts to shine brighter and brighter. That's going to be the end of your reading here, group number 1. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, subscribe to support, and let me know if this resonated. Thank you guys. Bye. Hey, group number 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose this lovely Apatite, then this is going to be the reading for you. So we're looking into divine masculine and feminine energies, and honestly, we're just kind of pulling to see whatever advice wants to come through to you right now at this point in time in your life. So like for group number 1, I got some things about the divine masculine and feminine, but mostly they were paying attention to the overall experience that you've been having. And that's often what happens with my guides or with the energies that want to come through. They're always pointing to the primary topic or whatever is most urgent in your life right now. So let's see what wants to come through for you guys, group number 2, and pull energies first. Okay. So I was getting a lectern. So if you've ever seen, when someone's on TV and they're doing a professional speech, sometimes they're rehearsed or it's scripted. So they'll have it almost looks like a lectern, but they'll have something that's kind of flashing the words, and the words are just sort of passing by. The lectern is supposed to represent structure to me and what spirit is holding up. And the words that are flying through or showing up on the screen, is it a prompter? Prompter? Maybe that's what it's called. The words that are showing up on the screen are the advice, the guidance that you're getting. And I'm just seeing like lots of words. So you guys are most certainly receiving lots of guidance in your day-to-day life. Don't lie to yourself and say, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Yes, you do. You're getting clear guidance and clear direction. It's just perhaps it's not the kind of direction that makes sense to your human logic. Because your human logic says, okay, well, you want to do this and this and this to get this. And if I get a result immediately or an instant outcome, then that means I'm doing the right thing. If I'm not in the your human logical mind would say, if I'm not receiving the external validation right away, then something must be wrong. But right now you're in a receptive mode. So you're receiving guidance, you're receiving insight, you're receiving lots of words, lots of information. It's actually taking me to the Bible. You're in a place where you're receiving lots of information, you're learning, you're studying yourself, you're studying life. And this is what is important right now. You're in a phase of learning. You're in a phase of receiving. You're in a phase of studying. So before you can move forward and take action, which, I know us humans, we love to take our action. We love to see things just move forward and things progress in day-to-day life. But we forget that we are spiritual beings. We forget all the time. So what I'm hearing is now it's time to flip the script, and it's time for you to truly embrace being a spiritual being. And it's going to look weird to other people. It might even feel quite awkward, but you're in a place of like receiving. Your journal is going to be your best friend. right now. Your notes, learning, receiving, studying, taking in how you feel, taking in what Spirit wants to show you, because you're in a re-education process. Before they send you out, I'm seeing a rehabilitation center. Before they send you out into the world to take action to embrace your physical manifestation of your destiny, you have to be prepped first, inwardly. You have to be prepped first. And this is something we don't have the patience for often, and I get it. I'm a moon in Sagittarius. I'm not the most patient person, honestly. It's like I've been forced to be patient in my life. I honestly don't think I'm like patient at all most of the time. But our ability to be prepared to receive, be prepared for the situation is so much more important. And sometimes we just think we know. We're like, well, I know how much I need to know. Like, I can handle it. And Spirit is saying, nah, you can't. We want you to be fabulously prepared and ready for what's about to take off, because it's huge. So knowing this, knowing that what's about to take off is huge, can you now be more receptive to the guidance? Can you be more patient with the process? Group number 2. So I'm seeing a prompter. So I think words, journaling is going to be very important. Receiving that information is going to be important. Recording that information is going to be important. Sifting through it is what is important right now. Because sometimes you might question what you're getting, and that's good. They want you to challenge them and question it sometimes and be like, I don't understand, Spirit. Well, why would you tell me that? How does that make sense? And they're going to be like, sit down and we're going to teach it to you. We're going to tell you why. So this is the best time to learn. So I love that we got the Apatite, which is connected to throat chakra, and this is actually my Sasuke crystal. So when I was saying all of that, I wasn't thinking about that at all. But this is my Sasuke crystal. So Sasuke is a character from Naruto, and I always compare Sasuke and Naruto, their personalities together. Sasuke is more serious. He's less emotional. He's very King of Swords, and Naruto is very King of Wands, and sometimes King of Cups, like very emotional, very hyper sometimes, very impulsive. Now's the time for you to be Sasuke, meditative, observant, and this is where you're going to benefit the most, is in your inner study that you're experiencing right now, group number 2. Okay, let's see if I can get any visions with this Apatite, see if anything wants to come through. Yeah, I'm seeing a vortex. I'm seeing a swirl. Vortex, you can question or think about what vortex represent to you. A vortex to me is something that takes me somewhere, right? It's a transport system. Usually it represents that in movies where someone goes through a vortex. Think of Austin Powers. Oh my gosh, when he would go through the time machine and it would go woo, it would spin him around. You're in a vortex right now. You're in a time machine. Okay, you're in a spiritual vortex, and this spiritual vortex is maybe like you're starting to feel like really dizzy being in this vortex, because you don't know where you're gonna land, and you don't know when you're gonna land. But the universe just wants you to trust that you're in a vortex right now where you're receiving what you need to receive, and you're going to be taken to where you want to be taken to. And that seems to be a very important message for these readings today is in trusting that there is a higher source that is supreme. It's cosmic, it's huge, and it's taking you somewhere, and you can trust this. You are going to get to exactly where you need to get to, group number 2. Okay, so we have here the Apatite. Let me see if I can pick anything up. Oh yeah, divine masculine and feminine. There's an application of both energies, because I'm getting Sasuke and King of Swords. That is the divine masculine. So the masculine energy I'm getting for you guys is translating into knowledge right now. So the knowledge that you're learning, the information that you're receiving feels quite masculine in nature. And then the being open to the journey and where it takes you feels very feminine to me, the divine feminine energy. Okay, let me see if I can see this closer. Yeah. So you are part of a cosmic collective shift. You're doing this with a collective. You guys are in this together. I think maybe lean on that a little bit more. So if you can find an online community or an online tribe of people who are going through something similar, that might help to give you a stronger sense of comfort for this process and be at peace with it. I think it helps a lot because some of us are being called to take huge leaps of faith with our life and move in a completely different trajectory from what we were originally comfortable with. And knowing that other people are going through this shift too gives us a strong sense of comfort. So that might be important for you, is just recognizing that collective shift. Next Soul Level is a really good podcast. There's a lot of different really great podcasters out there who are talking about the shift that we're going through right now. So it might be good for you to find those communities. I find that the people who have been channeling for at least 10 years plus are very receptive to what's going on right now. They are the ones to look to because they are the leaders who are leading some of us who are more new to this transition and this shift. So we're all stepping into this big cosmic shift together, but we already have teachers like Gary Zukov or Michael Singer who we can lean on and look to help us with this transition that we're currently experiencing, because most of those people have already experienced the completion of their awakening, but now they're in a process of ascending. And what we're doing, the younger generation is doing, is that we're in catch-up mode. So we already have the new consciousness, as Gary Zukov talked about. Like, the younger generations have the new consciousness, but we still have to do the human integration work. And the human integration work is the most uncomfortable part of it because there's a lot of resistance that comes up. So we got to be patient with it. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing a puzzle piece. So we're kind of learning how to put the pieces together. This is connected to throat chakra. So the words that you say, the words that you think, how you're speaking in your mind. When you really meditate and get quiet, the words that you say are probably the best guidance that you're going to get. That's when I get and receive the best guidance, is when I quiet my mind and I just listen. And I go from being, this is what I want to say, to tell me what you want me to know. So in these readings, I'm very much in channeling mode. I'm very much in tell me what you need me to know. But sometimes I have to return back to that mode, into receptive mode, receiver mode, to be attuned to the guidance again. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some cards and see whatever wants to come through for you guys. Group number 2. All right, we have here 2 of Swords. We have the Fool card. Yep, what was I talking about? The Leap of Faith. And we have the Justice card. All right, 2 Swords, Fool card. Yeah, so some of you might be in this place where you're toggling back and forth as to whether you want to take the leap of faith. For me, it hasn't been a leap. You know, a leap is like 1 second. It hasn't been a leap. It's been a commitment. It's a commitment. So maybe you're toggling back and forth between committing to the leap, committing to the risks, committing to the taking the chance, committing to taking the gamble. Because I haven't seen this as a leap of faith at all. Like, it hasn't been a leap. It's been more of a, I think the leap is more, from our human perspective, is very satisfying because we almost feel like if we take a leap, then we'll get instant gratification. There's no leap. This is a commitment. Everything in life is about commitments, and it requires you to commit over and over to the idea, just like a marriage, right? You got to wake up every day and decide, am I committed? I mean, some people aren't thinking about it that hard, but, you know, the commitment is where it's at. You know, Spirit is really asking for your commitment here in this process. Yeah, so you might be feeling indecisive here, but you got to open your mind up. Open your mind up to the possibilities. We have the Justice card. So this is about karmic justice. It's about karma. So some of you guys might be facing your karma. So the karma is being alleviated. We're healing that. And then we're opening space for the Dharma. But we have to be patient with the karmic process here with the Justice card. Justice will be served. Okay. Yeah, and this is about the truth and receiving the truth. With the 2 of Swords and the Justice card, this is about listening to the truth. Listen to the truth. All right, let's see what else wants to come through here. Listen to your intuition. So here, psychic protection. Around me now, a shield of gold, protecting me strong and bold. Beautiful. So you have psychic protection around you. They also want you to embrace psychic protection around you, intentionally surround yourself with a white light if you want to, or set those intentions to be psychically protected right now through this time of maybe you feeling extra vulnerable. We also have here new beginnings, let this magic in my spell, clear the space in which I dwell. So you're moving towards a new beginning. To me, what this Two of Swords is saying, you're not quite there yet, because this is telling me that it's happening, you're en route to a new beginning, but if you were actually witnessing a new beginning, you would be you would feel great about it, right? So you're maybe still in that space of in between, like with the Two of Swords, where you're moving towards that new beginning. And so you're just having to trust that a new beginning is on the other side of this leap of faith that you're taking towards this new way of living. So we have 3 4s, which is crazy. We got 44 and we have 40. So grounding is going to be very important. Adding some sort of structure into your day-to-day spiritual routines or rituals is going to be very important for you to feel safeguarded on this. That will help to aid with your psychic protection as well. Yep, and you're clearing up energy. You're in a cleansing, clearing up energy to make space for the new right now with the clearing the space. 4 and 4 add up to 8, which is about prosperity, prosperous experience. Look at that. Cast it, ending. What did I say? Yeah, you're in a space where you're ending. The old is ending. So just be patient with that. It's exiting, and now's the time, again, receive, learn. There's so much to learn about endings and things ending. They don't just end, turns out. It's a process, because it's like a death. So you can also think about it, when someone is in old age and you just know they're sort of in their final days. That's kind of where you're at, group number 2. We're in the final days, and there's a bit of a grieving process that comes with it. But usually in those last moments, that's when people spend extra time with their families. That's when their family cherish them and tell them how much they really love them. So this is a time to be grateful for the lessons that you've learned. Be grateful for the experiences that you've had. And so there's a goodbye here. Some people have talked about it, but I think there's something to be said for saying goodbye to your old life and saying goodbye to things that don't work. That I think is the primary focus right now for you. All right, we have here finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. So this is about fears coming up or projections coming up, which is also taking me back to the prompter that I was seeing in my mind's eye. So you might feel like, oh my gosh, this isn't going to work out. This is like, there's a lot of warning signs that are coming up inside of you. They just want you to know that this is normal. This is part of the mechanism. You're going to be reactive to things not, to you not being able to control. This isn't like let me say this. This isn't like a classic awakening where someone's like, I'm trying to awaken and, all these things are coming up. There's some of that that's happening, but we're in a new era. We're in a new time where the awakening process right now is slightly different. There's a lot of shifts that are taking off all at the same time, and it's not just, our own personal awakenings. We're going through a massive collective awakening that's welcoming a massive collective change in our lives. So there's many warning signs that are coming up, and they're very intense. Okay, very intense. So just acknowledge that what you're going through, perfectly normal. You're going to feel quite a bit of fear come up in resistance to, what's going on? Yep, so we got here gossip. So this is a time where you're going to have to be extra careful about the thoughts that are coming up in your head, the fears that are coming up in your head. Here we have here awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. So when we have to be intentionally decisive about what we receive as truth, right? With a prompter, the words that I was seeing flashing by versus the words that are not true. And anything that is fear-based, anything that is based in fear, surrounded by fear, has a fear story attached to it, is gossip. You're in a place where you're learning how to, with the Two of Swords, discern between gossip and the truth. Anything that is fear is gossip. Anything that is loving is love. Anything that helps you to feel more at peace is love. But the fear, right now, there's going to be lots of projections that come up about anything, your external situation, your relationships, any of that is all fear. So this is a war against fear and love, and you're right in the middle of it. You're right in the middle of it. Okay. Let's see what else wants to come through for you guys. Group number 2. We have here, mature woman. So right now you're in a place of learning, lots of guidance. Here, this situation is teaching you a lot about yourself. It's teaching you how to mature. It's teaching you how to be more wise. Yeah, so it might be difficult, but we learn so much more from our challenges than we do from things just being easy peasy and us wanting them to be easy peasy. We learn so much more when things fall apart and when things don't work out. That's where the wisdom comes. So you're in a place of gaining lots of wisdom right now, group number 2. It's helping you to mature spiritually. You're evolving spiritually as a human, as a person. You're evolving as well. So they want you to see the perks to this. We have here Capricorn and Cancer, which are 2 opposing signs. That's kind of cool. Complementary signs, Capricorn and Cancer. So maybe you're in a place right now where you're questioning your long-term goals, the long game, what direction your life is heading. You're having to balance that. It feels a little bit like masculine energy. We have your Cancer, which feels more feminine. So this is the nurturing qualities in you. And this mature women and the Justice card to me are connecting me to divine feminine energy as well. So the divine feminine energy within us is going through a strong maturation phase, strong growth phase. She's getting her power back. Yes, she is. She's getting her power back, and it's a huge blessing for all of us. And the divine feminine rising up is helping us to understand the importance of us taking care of ourselves, of us nurturing ourselves, of us acknowledging how we feel, being honest about how we feel here. And we're in a place where we're evolving. We're learning how to feel protected. So we have your psychic protection, we have your protection on the Cancer card. So we're learning what actual protection feels like. And in order for us to tune into what actual protection feels like, we have to experience the contrast of feeling unsafe, right? So they're trying to shatter the illusions of you not being safe, because obviously you're completely safe. Spirit is always with us, always taking care of us 24/7, but our human form gets us caught up in the illusion that we are not safe. So you're learning what true protection is, so that no matter what, soon enough, when you complete this awakening experience that you're going through, when you walk out the door, you will never not feel safe again. Not truly. There will be a strong sense of safety, security, and protection that you are newly imbued with. And that's when you're really going to know that you're ready for the new beginning, is when you feel that way. But right now you're still toggling back and forth between that. So with the Capricorn energy here, when we feel so grounded and so safe within ourselves, this is when our manifestations multiply and grow. Now we're able to really ground powerful manifestations into this world because we are grounded. We've become the rooted tree. So you're in a place where you are learning how to become a rooted tree, nice and stable. So this feels very much connected to masculine energy. So the feminine is rising up and healing, and so is the divine masculine within us. That structure is really solidifying. I know people like to talk about the age of Aquarius and that Pluto is going into Aquarius. I follow Vedic astrology, and Pluto is actually in Capricorn and entered into Capricorn in 2020 when COVID hit really bad. So there's been a huge upheaval in the infrastructure of our work life. And this is why so many people are now working from home. But we're still in the beginning, in the new transition of that. When Neptune went into Pisces, was it 2022, the end of 2022, Neptune went into Pisces, and then Rahu, the North Node, went into Pisces at the end of 2023. When that happened, a lot of people started tuning more into their spiritual calling and their spiritual destiny. So even if you have Virgo energy, which is the opposite of Pisces, you're also being hugely impacted by those energies as well. So a lot of people are being realigned with their creative destinies, with what they're meant to create. Those who are here, who are put on Earth to be a part of helping with the ascension process of humans, many other humans, and helping with creating the new Earth, are being awakened now because the spirit world has an agenda. The universe has an agenda. It heard our calls and it said, okay, if you want things to change for the better, this is what you're going to have to do. So group number 2, you guys are getting your assignment here about your purpose, your destiny, where you're being called to, and it has a lot to do with tuning into that divine feminine essence within you, being able to nurture and feel safe. And once you're able to ground these energies, then the beautiful external abundance will be able to unfold in your life too. Okay. I was going to pull a card from here. Nice. So we got the beehive, and we got here happening soon. Beautiful confirmation from the universe. Oh, we got 2 6s. That's about the nurturing heart harmony. Number 6 is about harmony. It's about nurturing energy and comfort, connecting us back to Cancer. And then we have here 8, which is about prosperity, and we have the 44-8, and we have here Taurus energy, earth sign, diligent, persistent, stamina. This is the beehive. So now's the time for you to be a worker bee and do your inner work. Do your inner work. Worker bees, the energy I'm getting from this is it's important to keep putting in the work, even if you're not seeing an outcome of what you want. They're saying there will be an outcome. It is going to show up, but it's not quite time yet. It's not time yet. So all the effort that you're putting in right now with this Justice card will be recognized, but not now. Now's the time to put in the work. So recognize the phase that you're in. You're in an inner study, inner being phase where you're putting that deep inner work. And ultimately, yes, your efforts will be recognized and you'll create something beautiful out of that. All right, let's close out your reading group number 2. So pretty cool. We got some tools here, 2s in the background of that. We got 2 6s. We got 3 4s, but 2 4s in here. Ooh, we got Capricorn again. I love it when that happens. And we have here Venus in the 3rd house. So Venus in the 3rd house in Capricorn. Can you clarify this Venus in Capricorn in the 3rd house, please? Tower card. Oh, wow. Yeah, so there's going to be a sudden change in your work situation, your resources. Group number 3, as in a positive change, as in the shift, the outcome showing up. Anything else you want to tell us about this Venus in Capricorn in the 3rd? We have here 7 of Cups and the Chariots. The Chariot card is about progress, which makes sense with the 3rd house. It's about progress and movement. So there's going to be some sort of progressive movement that will be showing up for you. But with the 7 of Cups, what is that? Clarify the 7 of Cups for me, please. Da-da-da-da. Strength card. Okay. Obstacles. I gotcha. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing you overcoming obstacles because that's what the chariot's about. The strength card is about facing difficult circumstances. Seven of Cups is about perhaps feeling confused or indecisive or worried about this situation. Here, the Tower card could be about panic and just, intense emotions, intense upheaval. Let me pull one more clarifier for this for you guys. The Ode card. Okay. Yeah, this is about healing. Okay, this is about healing. So this is about a release. This is about letting go. So you're in a place right now where you're releasing, there we go, third house, beliefs. Here, Justice card, Two of Swords, and the Gossip. You're releasing, with the casket, old belief systems that are no longer serving you when it comes to money and resources and how that works. So the Three of Pentacles can also be connected to solutions and problems. Solution, problem, solution, problem. So basically what you're going to be experiencing or re-experiencing, I guess, or a continuation of your experience is a problem, right? And then internally, there's going to be a dialogue because the solution isn't showing up. There's a dialogue, a panic, right? The warning. There's panic. There's an inner dialogue that's showing you up about money. So right now, you're going through a lesson where you're learning about your belief system around money and resources. And I'm getting like an uprooting. So there's an uprooting experience that's happening right now where things are being uprooted. So old belief systems are becoming more apparent. So how do you uproot the old and get rid of the old? You have to, what Spirit does is it puts you in a difficult circumstance that triggers difficult emotions, that forces you to release the parasite, the demon, you can also call it, or the false belief system. So they're going to become very loud. The voices in your head are going to become very loud. The fear is going to become very intense. And then you're going to be re-exposed to the pain, and then it's going to release. This is called a release, guys. This is the making the space. This is how you make space. You release the fear by confronting it. So you're going to hear all of these beliefs about how you see money and all this stuff and whatnot, and this is the release. And emotionally, with this 8 Pisces, you're energetically going to release and let go, and it's going to make space for more prosperity and abundance to come. So is the prosperity and abundance coming up or showing up? It will. But right now you have to release. And this is a continuous process. It's like rinse and repeat is what I'm hearing. You got to rinse and repeat when it comes to the cleansing process. You got to keep going. So just keep doing it. With that Venus energy, I feel like you're getting a handle on it. You're stepping into a place where you're learning how to master this process quite well. So just keep at it. And once the cleanse is complete, Spirit will let you know. You will see it. It will be very apparent. But till then, keep working hard at releasing these old false belief systems that are no longer necessary for this abundance that wants to show up in your life. That's going to be the end of your reading here, group number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, subscribe to support, and let me know if this resonated. Thank you. Bye. Hey, group number 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose this lovely pyrite, then this is going to be the reading for you. Let's go ahead and get started on tuning into divine masculine and feminine energies and just whatever advice Spirit wants to communicate to you guys right now. Let's start with pulling some energies first. Okay. So I was getting the energy of a bull, and I was also getting the energy of a dragon. So this has to do with you facing your fears. Facing fears. It's time for you to face those fears. And as far as the divine masculine and feminine energy goes, you need both to face your fears. You need both. Because feminine energy, this is where you dance. So let's say you're trying to tame the dragon. We're not going to kill it, okay? But let's say you're taming the dragon. The sword, perhaps, to tame the dragon would be the masculine energy. And the dancing you have to do in order to be able to maneuver the sword around the dragon is the feminine energy here. So you're going to have to dance with this dragon using both of your energies, divine masculine and feminine, in order to tame it. So the goal is to trap the dragon, perhaps in a corner, and also to be fierce. Stare at it directly in the eyes and say, no, you can't. You, beast, are meant to be tamed under my love. Very much strength card. You are not going to eat me or anybody else for that matter. I'm loyal to you, but you still have to trust me too. Okay, I'm coming up with a whole story, which is sort of funny. Let me go ahead and meditate with the Pyrite and see what wants to come through for you guys, group number 3. Yeah, I'm getting a dancing energy. I was sort of seeing a rocket, and I was seeing like the rocket had wings and it was like flapping them. And the rocket can symbolize, it's symbolizing an inner fierce fire. It's not symbolizing taking action on anything. It's just an inner fierce fire and a dance that you're needing to do in order to overcome this situation or your current circumstance, or to move through it better. Push through. Definitely Chariot card. Right now is the time for you to push through. Keep pushing through because you're doing it already. So I'm imagining, so when it comes to consciousness and us being able to stabilize higher levels of consciousness, in order for us to stabilize those higher levels of consciousness, there's like a pushing through the barrier of the limiting boundary, right? The limiting boundary is supposed to be your limiting belief. And so that rocket's supposed to push through that limiting boundary, that limiting belief, in order to get into that higher level of consciousness. So you're pushing through. Let's say you've already pushed through, but the rocket hasn't gone all the way through yet to enter into that higher level of consciousness quite yet. You're still needing pressure, and more of like an inner force, an inner strength, an inner force, using your inner life force to push through that limiting belief, that limiting structure. So basically, you may be re-exposed or re-experiencing continuous, intense limiting beliefs right now, and you just need to continue to push through every day. And every day that you keep pushing through, you're getting closer and closer into stabilizing that higher level of consciousness for yourself. And you'll be completely in that spirit, that atmospheric energy, and you won't have to worry about needing to push or force it through, or maintaining the stamina to push it through. Okay. I hope that wasn't too sexual for you guys. Like halfway through it, I was like, okay, this is sounding like something, but that was just what I was seeing, and it's completely spiritual. Okay, it's very innocent, very spiritual. I swear to goodness. Okay, let me see if I can see anything with the Pyrite here. Yeah, I think you're in a space of receptivity. I was seeing someone sort of in a cave. You're in a space of receptivity. You're receiving that guidance. You're receiving that additional information that you need. You're receiving from the universe right now. And I was seeing sort of a wizard. So you're tuning into your psychic abilities, your magic right now. Learning, receiving, growing. Okay, let's go ahead and see what wants to come through. Pyrite is usually about grounding. Can also be, it's fool's gold, so obviously it's connected to prosperity and abundance. Capricorn energy as well comes through with this. And stabilizing. So I feel like you're stabilizing a prosperous, abundant, experience or blessing that wants to come into your life here with this Pyrite. Okay. Let's see what wants to come through for you, group number. Oh, look, King of Swords. We'll keep him out for this reading here. We have here 8 of Swords. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, those are the limiting beliefs and needing to push through. Yep, and that's the masculine energy. What a sight. We got the 4 of Wands. Okay, tell us more about the 4 of Wands. Which is taking me to 4 with the Pyrite and the 4 sides. Clarify the 4 of Wands. Oh, you're stabilizing your foundation. We got 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. One more. And we have here 10 Pentacles. Nice. Yeah, you're stabilizing a manifestation that wants to come into your life and come towards you. This is happening on a cosmic collective scale. Here we got lots of people with the 4 of Wands, 3 of Cups, and the 10 Pentacles. Lots of people are sharing a part in this. So you might want to ask yourself, well, why is this manifestation taking so long? It's because it's taking the whole freaking collective to bring it into existence. This is huge, guys. This is the new earth energy. Oh my goodness. It's big. But you, again, just push through the limiting beliefs. We're going to get here. But we got to push through those limiting beliefs first. That maze. That inner quest that you're experiencing. Okay. Oop. We got here study. Yes, yes, you are the hermit. You're studying right now. Let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. I know. Who knows how long? You know, it takes 4 years to get a college degree approximately. Who knows how long this is going to take, guys? Who knows? Be open. So the clarity is taking me to King of Swords. Let my mind be clear and strong. So you're in a place where you're studying and you're actually learning how to clear your mind and how to strengthen your mind with the King of Swords as well. And this requires lots of study, practice, and repetition for you to know how to do. Okay, let's pull some more cards. So we got 3, which is about, I'm going to say your mind, inner communication, 3rd house communication, how you're talking to yourself, the learning process. 6 is about coming into harmony. We have your thief. Oh no, who's stolen something? Yeah, so the thief, this is the soul contract right now. You're learning a lesson, you're learning about self-worth, 2nd house energy. That's like self-worth, worthiness. You're learning that without your possessions, who am I? And Spirit is showing you that you're infinite and you're limitless. It doesn't matter if we take things away from you or things are taken away from you. You're just fine. And you're learning that you're infinitely prosperous, infinitely abundant, infinitely beautiful, and so much more than just a human who can work hard and make some money and be successful. That's what you're learning. Yeah, so it might feel like things are being taken away from you, but the things that are being taken away from you are things that you don't need. They don't, I'm hearing don't qualify. You're too good for them. Okay, let me go ahead and pull some additional cards for you guys, group number 3. We got here bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Ooh, nice. So that feels like soul tribe support energy. Could be love, divine counterparts. You're the only group I actually got relationship stuff for. So this is kind of exciting. We're getting a little bit of new advice for you, group number 3. So the universe is sending people to you, towards you, where you get to create a beautiful, abundant new beginning experience with. And yeah. This person has admiration for you. They respect you. And they see you as an equal. Oh, too many cards. We have here Ram, that's Aries energy. And we have here Gavel, involvement with the law. So divinity is taking care of you. This is about divine law and trusting divine law, has your best interests at heart. Absolutely. With the Ram here, this is about the new beginning. This is the Aries energy. I was seeing, beyond the dragon, I was actually seeing a bull first. And the first word that they're showing here is stubborn, aggressive person. So these cards, I don't know, sometimes their energy is a little weird. But the symbolism is really nice with a ram. So the ram with their horns, they can be aggressive or push through, or this is how they fight off their enemies to protect themselves. So I feel like this is sort of the mentality that Spirit is wanting you to embrace right now, is for you to be stubbornly believe in yourself, stubbornly believe in your dreams, stubbornly believe in your impossibilities, stubbornly keep going on your authentic path, stubbornly stay authentic to yourself, aggressively love yourself. Yeah, let's like flip the words a little bit. To be an Aries. All right, we got here mentor. Really cool. So the universe is sending someone into your life. This is someone who you can learn a lot from. This person has some beautiful insight and wisdom to offer to you. We have here passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Shadow attributes inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. So there's going to be a mentor or someone who's coming into your life who offers insight and wisdom. This person has respect, admiration for you, and they're going to take you under their wing. They're going to take you under their wing. They're going to give you care and attention and help you to fulfill some beautiful desires and dreams in your life. They're not going to be a thief. They're going to be very generous, very giving, very considerate of you. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through. We got here Taurus energy. Nice. I was talking about this, what do you call it? The bull. Yeah, the bull, Taurus. Trust, patience, and sensuality. Clarify the Taurus. Opposition. No, I'm going to need another clarifier for that. So with the Taurus energy, you're in a place where you're slowly building. This is like the beginning phase, right? So we have Taurus, Virgo, and we have Capricorn. So Taurus is sort of like the beginning phase of putting in that initial effort into creating something. And typically when you would put in that initial effort into creating something, it's very intense. Like you have to be very like insistent on it, because it takes a minute for it to take off. So you're in this place where it's taking a minute for this thing to truly take off. So this is the effort and the energy it's requiring right now. It's requiring you just keep putting in the effort and do the day-to-day work that you need to. And then next thing you know, the seed is, the plant is going to take root and your garden is going to multiply. So right now you're just kind of working at getting that plant to stay healthy. That one plant you have on your plot, and you're continuously watering that plant. You're making sure it's getting the necessary sun it needs. And so long as you keep helping to nourish this plant, eventually it's going to bloom. It's going to blossom here in the physical with the Taurus energy. To just keep putting in that work. So with the opposition energy, you might be experiencing some sort of tension. You know, I imagine with the King of Swords and the Eight of Swords, that definitely sounds like some tension that you're experiencing. And this is important because this opposing force is also creating contrast. And this contrast is actually helping you to send out a rocket of desire. As Abraham Hicks always likes to point out, that rocket of desire is helping to create an intense manifestation vortex for you. So it's like the more difficult and challenging our circumstances are, the more contrast we experience, the more intense our desires are. We can't even help it. We desire so much in opposition to the lack that we experience with a thief. In opposition to the lack is this like huge abundance vortex that you're creating for yourself, this huge abundance portal that you're opening and widening for yourself. That's going to allow so much, like a windfall of abundance, to just sort of show up in your life. Very beautiful. Okay, so let me pull one more card here. Oh, missing one. All right, So we have here the Black Widow. So this is about the toxic thoughts in our head. This might be showing up. This is perfectly normal. This is a reaction and response to not being able to control our external situation. Your external situation might, the word I'm hearing in my head might be failing you right now, where it's not ideal. It's not what you want. But guess what? You are actually okay. You have everything that you need. You're going to be fine. And these are just thoughts. These are just illusions in your head. And these limiting beliefs have to come up to release themselves so that your mind is clear and your mind is strong. You learn how to become strong through warfare here. Spiritual warfare teaches you how to be mentally strong. It teaches you how to find a solution to your mental warfare. It teaches you the importance of meditation. It teaches the importance of relaxation within yourself. So we have the 6 Taurus, Anemkara. Unconditional love, romance, soulmates, uncommon bond, devoted, always, tenderness, timeless, constant, affection, best friends, appreciation, unchanging, and infinite love. So there's going to be unconditional love that's showing up in your life in response because you're learning how to not be conditionally responsive to your situation. So you're going through a certain situation and it's actually teaching you how to be unconditionally loving towards yourself. It's teaching you how to embrace your infinite self-worth and not judge yourself for the external or superficial stuff. This is how you're developing unconditional love for yourself. And as you develop more unconditional love for yourself, you're going to be a magnet for unconditional love to show up in your life. So true love is going to be showing up in your life. True affection, true kindness, tenderness, soulmates, loving connections are going to show up in your life in response to you being able to cultivate powerful love within yourself. Okay, let's close out your reading group number 3. We got 1 3 and a 6. Nice. I think we got multiple 6s, right? We got 36 here. Oh, 3 and a 6 again. That's weird, guys. You might want to look up 36 and see what that means to you. 3 and a 6 and 36. We got here 7th house. Nice. Mars and Gemini. Okay, let's clarify the Mars in the 7th in Gemini. Okay, we got here 9 of Cups. Beautiful. So your dreams and a wish fulfillment is coming into your life with that Mars, Gemini in the 7th house. Well, Mars in Gemini is very communicative, very hyperactive, mentally active, especially in an air house too. Very talkative. So this new connection might be coming into your life through the internet. It might be coming through a conversation or networking opportunity that shows up in your life. Anything else you want to tell us about Mars and Gemini in the 7th house? Oh my gosh. All of the groups got the Tower cards. This is hilarious. Okay. So this is, they're redirecting you back to your belief system. So you're going through an upheaval around your belief system right now because you're needing to release. There's going to be some intense toxic thoughts that come up and need to be released. Just know that this intense feeling and fear that you're feeling is completely normal, but you have to push through and you have to make an intention to let it go. You have to set that intention to let the fear go. There's going to be fear that comes up, but this is normal. This is the release right here. Mars is actually represented by the Tarot card. So this is going to be like a sudden, intense release that you're experiencing probably right now, actually. Anything else you want to tell us about this Tarot card? We got here the World card. Oh my gosh. It's ending. The end of the world is happening. Chariot card is about pushing through obstacles in progress. Huh, interesting. Okay, anything else you want to tell me about this Mars and Gemini in 7th or this Tower card energy? Yes, we got here eclipse, the fine print. Oh, yoga and spilled milk. Yes. So this is about intense belief systems that are going to be showing up for you probably around this time is where you're going to be facing this energy here. And yeah, it's going to feel like you're going through like an eclipse. So this is sort of like a temporary block, loss of power, sudden darkness. You're going through this intense transformative experience right now, and you're going through a huge release, and it feels like a huge obstacle, but you're going to push through, and it's going to help to end things. I don't know, it might be the ending or the completion, but it's getting you there. It's getting you closer. So with the yoga, it's going to be important for you to meditate, to relax your mind, to stay centered within yourself as much as possible. And with the spilled milk, yes, you might be feeling regrets. You might be feeling, oh my gosh, this is the worst thing ever. I wish this was not happening, but it is happening because this is pain that's needing to be released from your DNA. It's needing to be released from your auric field and your energy so you can make space for the new. Yeah, they're saying it's spilled milk. It's nothing important. Anything that you're losing or isn't working out, you don't need it. You don't need it. So let that milk spill and move forward and move on. And then we have here the fine print, detail, look closer, inspection, research, be careful, in depth, pay attention, don't assume. So this is about, it says here, reading between the lines. Right, so this is about really paying attention to the true reality of what's unfolding here and not the false reality of the fear that your thoughts are perpetuating. So really pay attention. Anything else you want to tell us about that fine print? We have here the Knight of Wands and the Lover's card. All right, so the details is about what your intuition is telling you, what this reading is telling you, and it's confirming to you is that you have a soul tribe, soulmate dynamic that's meant to come into your life, that's meant to be very supportive, and is going to help you to overcome this problem. And Spirit really wants you to know that this problem that you're going through, it has a community resolution and solution connected to it. So yeah, it might be a difficult problem, but there's a community solution that's showing up in your life in response to whatever is going, or it's going to help you to overcome it. So just trust that, and trust that the universe is sending you who it needs to or what you need in order for you to see this through and to evolve. You're the only group who got sort of divine masculine and feminine energies. To me, this is feeling like a balance. So we had the Mars in 7th house in Gemini. I feel like the divine masculine and feminine energy within you is coming into balance here, and coming into union to me with all of these, like 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands. We get the Lover's card. So the divine masculine and feminine energy within you is coming into balance. It's finding balance within you, and this is helping to make you a magnet for like powerful manifestations, connections, soul tribe dynamics, and relationships that are meant to come into your life. So find that balance within yourself continuously by allowing yourself to relax and know that there's a natural synergy that happens within us automatically. We don't have to force it or make it happen. And just trust that process. That's going to be the end of your reading here, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed that. Like, subscribe to support, and let me know if this resonated. Thank you. Bye. Free yourself.